and the lowest unit of our economy, Mr. Speaker, the impact is out there and it's known. We have seen what CDF has done. Parents have no problem with children go to school because CDF pays school fees. CDF is the one doing development in schools, infrastructure, and many other things. So those who are hell-bent to kill the CDF, Mr. Speaker, I believe with the support of the President and all of us, Mr. Speaker, it will make sure that the CDF remains alive and it will continue to be there so that we can use it to support our people, Mr. Speaker. And the development in schools and security and many other things that the CDF has done. Mr. Speaker, the President also spoke about the affordable housing. This is one of the things that I wanted to do as a governor of Nairobi, because Nairobi City County is the owner of land, most of the land in Nairobi. And we thought of partnering with the private sector to build affordable housing for our people, the replica of Soweto in South Africa, where we have houses that are affordable and decent and with all amenities are available to the people. Mr. Speaker, when the government can come in and continue with this program that was started by President Uhuru, I'm very sure we shall do away with this informal settlement in Nairobi and make Nairobians become homeowners by creating cheap and credit facilities and affordable providing land, and then the developers can now make houses much cheaper and people can use mortgages to purchase houses, Mr. Speaker. And with that, Mr. Speaker, we'll have many people owning homes in Nairobi, because at the moment 80% of the people who stay in Nairobi don't own homes. Homes are owned by just a few people. Mr. Speaker, I want also to say that as a representative of the people of Nairobi, we know the kind of life that people live in informal settlement in Nairobi. And when we have this kind of arrangement, Mr. Speaker, of having affordable housing, it will bring, Mr. Speaker, decency and dignity to the people who live in those informal settlements, Mr. Speaker, and also ownership of
yes,
houses.
Point of order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I raise on a point of order on standing order number 97. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the interest that members have got on this discussion, you realize that the time allocated for each member is 10 minutes. So in 1 hour, we are doing only 6 members. I want to move a motion based on standing order 97-2 to limit the time allowed to each member to at least 6 minutes, so that we can be able to have 10 members speaking in every 1 hour. And therefore, in 1 hour, we'll have 10 members. So in the remaining 4 hours, we can do 40 members. Let me finish. I submit to the Speaker, and then you can contribute to the motion. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm requesting that I move that motion, because that motion doesn't require any prior notice, that we reduce the time allocated for each member to 6 minutes. I submit. Thank you.
I think so far we're doing quite well. What I'll do is I encourage members, if you have made a point that has been clearly understood, you can always surrender a few minutes of your 10 minutes for others.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and also talk about the hustle avant. Mr. Speaker, we already have 3 or more funds existing: the Youth Enterprise Fund, Women Enterprise Fund, WESO Fund. Mr. Speaker, if we can put more resources in these funds, they are more accessible, They have also done so much, and I'm sure with the Hustler Fund, 50 billion that the President